Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. I'm going to make a video today about a very personal subject, and this is hair. And the product I want to share with you guys is something that any guy or any man or woman can use to help to give yourself a little more confidence and have another tool in your arsenal to having the best, fullest head of hair that you could possibly have. Now, I tried to make this video before, and the video becomes more of a discussion video than about the product. So I had to cut it loose, make another one. I'm going to try to keep this under 15 minutes. It's such a personal topic, and it's such a topic that affects so many people that I have a lot to say, but I really want to try to keep the video about the product. So right off the bat, the product I'm going to talk about today is a 100% natural hair fiber, okay? And this is by a company called Ultimane. Now, in the past, I've looked at products like this and seen them on infomercials, and I almost wish they didn't put these on infomercials because it almost cheapens what they do. It's like when we see an infomercial, we're like, oh yeah, here we go, another believe it or not kind of video, another product, and then you get it, and a lot of times it's just not what you expected. I can tell you that this is a product that I judged, products like this I judged prior to using them, and I will tell you that this is a game changer for anybody. It's a game changer in the fact that if you're dealing with, if you have, and a personal thing for me, I have naturally thinning hair and very fine, thin, lifeless hair. I've always had thin, fine hair, but as I've gotten older, I'm not going to disclose my age, but as I've gotten older, when I hit my 30s, my hair definitely, I started to experience some thinning. And at first, it was a real, very sensitive subject to the point where I'm ready to throw down if you even make a comment. But I've built up my skin has become a lot thicker being on YouTube and working with some of the mean people that I worked with in my last job. Just kidding. There are a lot of great people, but some of those people lack common sense. And sometimes people they try to make a joke about something that a person could be really sensitive about. And it could really, we all have things that we like and dislike about ourselves for the most part. Unless you're like a supermodel, and let's face it, they're probably the worst, honestly. But there's always going to be things that most people are going to like and dislike and be sensitive about, And I think that I wish that there were more people like myself who are sensitive to people's feelings. And I only come at somebody and go personal if they try to attack me first. Otherwise, I have a lot of common sense. You don't talk about people's personal stuff. If you don't have anything nice to say, the old saying, don't say anything at all. But there are a lot of people who will try to mask an insult to make themselves feel better under a joke. Oh, getting a little thin on top with a little snicker and little slap on the arm, like it's just something light. It's not light. It's something that was very personal to me. It's something that probably will always be personal. Well, it is personal, but it's something that I was I get a lot more upset about back in the day before I changed a few things. And so, granted, right off the bat, I'm coming out here open with you guys. Right off the bat, I'm always going to have thinning hair, Fortunately, once it started to thin, I think a lot of that was stress-related, age too, but it does happen. It happens to guys that are really young. It happens mainly with women when they get older, and they say that it's genetic based on the female side. For me, I don't have anybody in my family that has experienced hair loss. Now, my father, yes, because my dad's 80. So, naturally, as all men get older, most of us are going to lose our hair. It's going to get thinner. That's the way it works. You may not lose it all. My dad still has hair, of course. But, you will develop thinning as you get older. Most of us will anyway, right? So, for me, I noticed it around my 30s. And then, luckily, it hasn't really gotten any worse. Probably about 35 is when it kind of, whatever was going to happen, happened. I'm sure as I get older, towards, 60 and 70 and 80, there will be more hair loss. But as of right now, I'm really happy with where I'm at. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to do things to make yourself feel happy. If you have the kind of hair that you're very self-conscious about, and you're just tired of dealing with it, buzz it off, shave it off. There's nothing wrong with a nice shaved buzzed head. Lots of very good-looking, cool guys, The Rock, Statham. All those guys look fantastic. So you can do it. You can rock it. And most important is to feel good about what you're doing. For me, I like where I'm at. I like the hairstyle that I've chosen. And I love the products that I've been using. And one of these products, again, one we're going to talk about today, is a game changer. I always thought these products were messy. I always thought these products were like, oh man, that's like putting a Band-Aid on like a gunshot wound. I always thought that these products were going to be super noticeable. People would see him and then be like, oh man, that guy looks like he took he had somebody spray paint his head. And what's amazing is that all these products, if you use them in moderation and you layer, I always talk about layering when it comes to like home security. You know, we layer security to try to get the best defense. And that's kind of my take on a lot of things. I like to layer the products in order to get the best results without one being too noticeable. So a couple things that I do without discussing it too much further on video, because it does go, I will go on and on and on and on, and you guys will fall asleep probably. So if you do have any kind of questions about what I do and what has worked for me, again, not coming at you like this is what you need to do, not coming at you about 10 things you need to do to feel better. I'm saying if you have thinning hair, fine hair, or even if you don't, some of the techniques and some of the products that I've used work for any kind of hair. If you have great hair, you can still use these to still enhance your hair. So these are things that anybody can use despite your situation. And I encourage you that if you don't want to go public with it and you just want to drop me a comment, my email address is always in every video description, phatcatcollections@gmail.com. Drop me a comment. There's nobody I don't respond to. No matter how busy I get, no matter how many things I got going on in my life, there's no excuse with these nowadays. I love when people are like, oh, I didn't get the message. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, I took me a week to respond. If somebody doesn't respond, it's either because they honestly forgot or they just didn't want to. So I'm really good about getting back to people. Drop me a comment, drop me an email. You'll probably have an answer within an hour. So if you do have questions and want to know more, I will send you all the information that I have on things that are natural, sort of natural, right? I don't know if hairspray is natural, but there's lots of things that you can get if you are a person who likes natural. There's so many different options just to help. I will give you guys my layered approach. So my layered approach is the proper shampoo for hair, for fine thinning hair, volumizing, your friends, your keywords are volumizing and texture. That's it, okay? So volumizing shampoo, hair dye, dyeing your hair, the proper haircut, getting a haircut, getting any haircut. It shows you made an effort, okay? It will help, guaranteed. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Using a sea salt spray, game changer, pomades, and fiber infused pomades or products like that. There's so many different ones out there. I'll tell you which ones I use. Drop me a comment. I'll do another video on it down the road. And of course, a hairspray and the game-changing product. Game-changing. It's one of the best I've ever used is this hair fiber right here. Now, I haven't tried other hair fibers. Since getting this, I've reached out to other companies. I have two more brands coming in the mail I'm going to try out, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think. Now, these are 100% vegan. This is a company called Ultimane. They were the first ones, and thank you, Ultimane. This is a game changer. I mean, I'm a pretty sensitive, emotional guy. I mean, I can almost get teary-eyed. This is a game changer. This has been such a great product that has given me even more confidence when I leave the house. And I had a lot to begin with. So this product, again, natural dyes, 100% natural based on the information on their website. This product was 10 years in the making. I don't know how it compares with other brands, but let's talk about this brand. So really straightforward. It's like a salt and pepper shaker. And in the past, when I thought about these products, I thought, man, it's going to be something very messy. It's going to come off. It's going to be embarrassing. This stuff is nothing like that. It's so easy to use. And again, you have to find your right technique. Because I wear product in my hair, again, sea salt spray, I forgot to mention also a new product I've been using is a dry shampoo, and I'll give you guys my rundown if you are interested in what I use and what has worked for. Again, I'm not the Instagram model, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like the and again, his company is amazing. Pete Pedro, Aaron Marino from Alpha Male. Great products, has a lot of great things to say, but it's very easy for a guy who is blessed with good genetics to have amazing hair. He could use anything and his hair is still going to look amazing. I mean, bottom line, his products are great, don't get me wrong, and I'd love to tell you more about them. I've reviewed those products. Drop me a comment, drop me an email. I'm more than happy. I could type a lot easier than I can talk to you guys because it's sometimes easier to read than it is for you to hear me ramble on. And some of you have told me like, man, you talk a lot. So I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's easy for a guy on Instagram who has amazing hair to show you his big, beautiful head of hair and what he uses, and for him to make you believe that you're going to get the same result. No, you have to learn what's going to work for you and learn what's going to enhance what you have the most. For me, and again, this is for me, only between me and me, for what makes me feel 100% the best that I can feel about what I have. And if something changes where if I lose more or it really starts to go, then I have to make a decision to make a change to feel the best that I can be. To walk out the house knowing that I feel good and walk out with a smile on my face where I'm going to not only be a good person, but be a good looking person, okay? And there's not a person on earth that can tell me otherwise. Nobody. So that's what it's all about. And if I can help you get there in any way, I'm here to do so. So this product, again, what I thought was messy, noticeable, Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. And it's anything but. The fibers are, and I can't really show you on video. This one's capped. They just sent me this the other day. This is what the top looks like. It's very powdery. It's a hair fiber, but it's not like you think. It's so fine that this stuff, I mean, you would think that it just wouldn't bond to anything. You would think that if you got this in your hair and the moment you rubbed your hands through it or touched it, this would just flake off in your hands like paint, like a wet canvas. It's not like that at all. This stuff, you put it in, and I've used product with mine, so not only is mine on the head, it's on the scalp, it's really with the product kind of stuck to the scalp. It's kind of dried to the point where I can rub my hands right now through my hair, and you might get a tiny bit of dusting, but very slight. I mean, I have it all back here and nothing on my hands when I did that. And so this stuff, it sticks to your hair. It bonds with the hair follicles or the hairs. They say it bonds through like an electrical charge, almost through like static, which I can assure you that it does. When you sprinkle this on, what's great about it is that not only does it cover the hair strands, but it covers, again, depending on how much you put on, it covers the scalp. And one thing it does, it takes the shine out of the scalp where you don't really notice that shine anymore from the areas you don't have hair. It almost looks like, you know when you shave your head or like a 5 o'clock shadow, it almost makes your head look like you have sort of a 5 o'clock shadow, and it blends in with your natural hair color or unnatural hair color in my case. And this is a game changer. The unfortunate part is once you start with something like this is that you're going to want to use it for the rest of your life. And for me, now without this, I'm like, need it. So it's almost like a drug, right? But the thing is, it's something that's going to make you feel better and help you. And I can assure you that once, I mean, we're pretty close to the camera here, and it has thickened up my entire hair. I'm not going to get too close, okay? But it has thickened up my hair to the point where if you look at this video and compare it to my other videos, it's a noticeable difference. And I mean, I joke, you know, like not too much lighting in my videos. There's a reason for that, you know? And you know, I'm hoping that we have a nice balance with the lighting and what I'm working with. It ultimately matters. This is my channel. I review how I want. I talk about what I want. And this is, I think, you know, I think the lighting is pretty decent right now. But you're always going to have people. I'm not going to put a stadium lighting in my office. You know, and there's a balance. You want to look nice on camera and just out in the street as well. And I can tell you I've tested this out. My family's seen this product in my hair under sunlight, under unnatural and natural lighting. And it looks really natural. It doesn't look like you've added something. The only way you could possibly tell is if you were to get super close to somebody, maybe within 2 inches, and you were to tell them, you know, hey, I've added some hair fiber. Can you see it? Nobody would be able to tell. I mean, it's that good. It's, again, super light. It bonds to your hair. It's not messy. I mean, I've been wearing this now for about 2 weeks, and I've been staying at my folks' house quite a bit, spending a lot of time with them. My sheets are black in my house, so a good indication is the sheets up there. In their guest bedroom, bright white sheets, there's nothing. There's nothing on the sheets. There's nothing. And, you know, sometimes when you're putting this in, you might get a little residue on your countertop. It's easy. It comes right off. There's no mess. There's no fuss. It's an easy, no-brainer product. And I'm blown away because I always thought that stuff like this was just going to be a nightmare to apply, super time-consuming, super messy, and just super noticeable. And it's nothing but. So that's about it, guys. Without, you know, rambling on too much more, I try to keep this under 16 minutes. If I can help you in any way, if I can talk more about the product through email or chat, by all means, get a hold of me. I'm here to help. I love the product. It is a super natural product. And with this layered with my other techniques to help to maximize the look that I want, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And when I walk out the house, I feel, I mean, 100%. I mean, even better than I did before. And that's what it's all about. Trying to be the best you can be, feel good about yourself, and, you know, and giving you the confidence and the happiness. And I wish that for each and every one of you. So if I can help in any way, I am definitely here. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description where you can check it out, read a little bit more about it. Unfortunately, with stuff like this, there's not a ton of information. They're going to show you pictures on here which are, you might think are unrealistic, where you have a guy who's, I mean, looks, I mean, really bad hair loss, certain like pattern, I forget what it's called, the pattern in the back, where they run the comb over it after the product. And ultimately, remember, this is not a cure-all. You don't put it on and then it's done. It's meant to be put on, and you pick the proper hairstyle that's going to work with the product. You comb your hair a certain way. You adjust this. You fine-tune this product to work with your hair. And so when you look at a picture like this, you might like some of the animations they have on here. It is unrealistic what they show you, okay? But it is an actual real person. It is a real person who's used this product, but they take a guy who has his hair combed in such a way where it looks really bad, add the product, comb there properly, and then you have this night and day result, which is true. But let's face it, if they were to comb his hair the proper way the first time, then add the product, it wouldn't be as noticeable result. So I wish, again, it is a real person on there. It is a real indication of the results that you're going to get, and it will work on anybody. I can assure you. I mean, this is not nobody paid me to review this product. Nobody's, you know, I'm not under a contract or anything like that. Like every other video, I tell you guys, if it's something that was sponsored by somebody sending me a product, and I wouldn't put myself out there, you know, for the world to see, with the reputation I have and the years I've been working at this YouTube channel. I'm well over 10 years. You know, I wouldn't put something out there that I didn't truly believe in. And if I didn't like it, if I thought it was lame, I would just tell you guys it's lame, because this is, again, this is something that I don't have to give this back. I can throw this right in the garbage can, but this is something that even after it's gone, I will continue to use this product. Just like, you know, I always thought that, you know, my gel, inexpensive gel, go with the cheap stuff. It always works, and it has always worked. But, and I've used pomades in the past, but just like some of the Buchanan products, some of the Pete Pedro products, the kind of blend that I have going right now, the layering approach, the different products I'm using as compared to just the standard, you know, this is what it is. I'll just use some hair gel and you get my hair cut, dye, that's it. By trying a couple new things and using a layered approach, it has been a night and day difference. And I'm going to continue to reach out to companies, because this is a subject that is personal to me, and I know it's personal to a lot of folks out there, and I'm going to try to use these products and put myself out there and try to tell you guys what some of the best things that you can do. Mine is taking medication or going, there's always surgery, but that's a long, painful recovery process, something I'm just not willing to put myself through. And I don't really like to take any medication or pills whatsoever. So topical products are my preference, and this is something that I'll always try to find different products that are gonna. I mean, there's a limit to how, you know, without. There's always going to be like bodybuilders, you know, like bodybuilders, you know, they get to their max, and at that point it's either, okay, if I want to go further, if I've maximized my potential with natural genetics and natural supplements and products, if I want to get to the next level, I'm going to have to go on some gear, start steroids. You know, that's the point. So there is a point, and I think that I'm pretty close to that point right now with what I've done, with the products I'm using. There are some other products out there I'm going to try, topical stuff. But I don't really like the, you know, I haven't tried Rogaine and Dioxin. Dioxin might be one to try. Rogaine, there's a huge shedding period, and Rogaine's something that, again, it's more of a chemical. I try to stay clear of stuff like that. I like to try to keep things, you know, somewhat natural. So this is what I recommend. This is something I'm using, and so I've been very happy with the results, and I hope that if I can help somebody along the way, then that's even better. So guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, I know I've said that 3 times, but I am here to help as always. Drop me an email, drop me a comment. Thank you, Ultramane, from the bottom of my heart. This is a great product, and man, you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you. Take care.